How's it going, guys? My name is Brandon Wheeler. Welcome to the Carpet Python discussion board. I'm one of the admins here, and if you got directed to this video, then you're probably asked the question, what kind of Carpet Python do I have? It's something that gets asked a lot. Every day it's fine. You'll probably receive a generic answer that has something along the lines of it's an undocumented carpet until you can provide lineage. If you weren't given solid lineage information with your animal and just told, hey, this is what this is, or buy it from a pet shop or got it off of Craigslist from Joe Schmo, then there's a really good chance that what you have is actually a cross. This right here, gorgeous animal, is one of my carpet pythons, which at first look you'd probably think, hey, that's a jungle. And you know what? It is mostly jungle, and I certainly thought it was a jungle when I first bought him. But it turns out he's actually 12.5% coastal. Okay, so he is not a pure animal, and you're not going to be able to tell that just from a photo. There's no way. And it's snakes like him that make this so important. So let's carry on from here, and I'll show you a little bit of what we're talking about. Now this is another example. This right here, very cool snake. Looks as jungle as it gets. I mean, there's nothing about this snake that doesn't scream pure. And this one is actually 93.75% jungle, 6.25% coastal. And you can't tell me that you can see that just by looking at this animal. And you're gonna see that all over the place. It's something that becoming more and more and more common, which is why honest representation is so important. So what you're looking at now is a group of pure jungle carpet pythons. We've got everything from black and white to black and yellow, gelantins in here, some gorgeous animals. And to be able to look at these photos and know that carpets come in, all these colors and everything in between, to be able to pinpoint exactly what a subspecies is just by looking at a picture, we can't do that, and we're not going to do that. It's irresponsible. Coastals. You can't talk about the variance in carpet pythons without talking about coastals. I mean, between the reds and the darker colorations and the golds and the yellows and the stripes and the bands, there's just such a variety of these animals and everywhere in between. And to post a picture in a group and say, what do I have? Is this a coastal, or is this a jungle, or is this an IJ? What is it? When you breed these things together, it's irresponsible to make a guess, and it's not going to be accurate, and that's why we do what we do. Diamond pythons. Here's another good one that's been controversial probably since before jungles or coastals or anything else, because before morphs were around, people were breeding diamonds to jungles to create the diamond jungle cross, and that was almost the first morph, so to speak. It wasn't a morph, it was an integrate, but that's what we had, and that was something that happened very early on. So as far as the first carpet guys to really become purists, I think that pretty much everyone would agree that those were going to be the diamond guys. And this is Vega. She's amazing. I love her. She is pure. And there are some crosses that are very high percentage crosses that are extremely difficult to tell the difference between a pure and a crossed animal. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of those now. So here's a photo of a group of diamond pythons, diamond jungle crosses, and diamond jungle coastal crosses. What's what isn't really important. What's the point of my video is that you can't tell the difference. There's some where you're like, oh yeah, I think that's a cross, or oh yeah, that might be pure. But to be able to guess just based on looks, it's just not going to happen, guys. Gorgeous animals. Now, I would love to talk to you about IJs, but I can't because this is a coastal carpet, and I don't actually have any IJs. Maybe Riley can help.
All right, getting on to the IJ portion of things. This here is my breeder female who laid some eggs for me this year, one of them, and she, to the untrained eye, has a lot of IJ features in color and pattern. Nothing visually striking that would lead you initially to believe that she is not an IJ. Same with this girl here. So everything in these two animals phenotypically screams IJ. Problem is, one's a pure IJ, one is not. So this one here, this is an import. This one here is a high percentage IJ. It actually has a touch coastal in her. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because phenotypically they have a lot of similar characteristics. Color, pattern, head shape, amount of melanin, everything to me on these animals screams IJ. However, one is not pure. And the reason I bring this up is because when we start saying, oh, this looks like an IJ and that's good enough, and guessing, you start going down a slippery slope, and then you find out that that animal you just speculated was an IJ was just sold off as a pure IJ without anything to validate that claim. Sorry, I'm playing a lot of dodgeball with these two knuckleheads right now that are not playing nice. But, however, you get the idea. So, guessing bad, lineage good. Goes for all carpets, IJs included. Don't guess. No. Get the information. That's where lineage comes into play. That's why this is important. Cheers.
So once again, we have 9 photos. Now, 5 of these animals are pure, and 4 of them are high percentage crosses. That would easily pass as an IJ in a photo. You're going to put a picture up online, and somebody's going to say, hey, that's an IJ. Or they'll say, hey, that's an IJ Darwin Brittles cross, or something. You'll get a million guesses, but I guarantee you none of them are going to be correct. Remember, guys, it's not about morph versus pure. It's not about documented versus undocumented. It's about loving these animals for what they are and not what they're not. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.